The reporter exposed problems in the G family's new energy project, but the next day, her editor slammed the file down and told her to erase it. He said the G family had already been warned. A woman with no background had no right to touch them. If she wanted to survive the next reshuffle, she had to write a new article that made the G family look clean. She wanted to fight back, but her grandmother was sick, the bills were due, and her job was hanging by a thread. So she swallowed her anger and said yes. What she did not know was that the young heir of the G family had already investigated her. He knew she had entered the newspaper, knew her grandmother had Alzheimer's, and knew her bank card had just taken a heavy hit. To others, she was ambitious. To him, she was pushed to the edge, but still refusing to fall. Soon, she met him in private. She did not flatter him. She said he was the only chance she could still grab. The man asked why she had changed her mind about the marriage she once rejected. Her answer stunned him. She was tired of smiling in wealthy circles and wearing a mask. If they got engaged, she had 3 conditions: respect, equal cooperation, and her own space. She did not need fake romance. She needed something real. The man stared at her, then agreed. The next second, he took her hand and brought her to meet his powerful aunt. The aunt looked gentle, but every sentence was a test. She asked about her life overseas, mocked young people's taste, and questioned her coat. Everyone thought she would panic, but she smiled calmly. She had lived by Lake Montreux, where winters were cold and quiet. She spent her time in the library, not at parties. The coat was custom-made in Zurich. Old pieces with stories, she said, were better than short-lived trends. The aunt's eyes changed. This woman was not just pretty. She understood class, art, money, and restraint. She did not beg to be accepted. Then the aunt brought up the new energy project. People were calling the man too young and inexperienced. Only then did the woman realize the real test. This was asking whether she could stand beside him. She answered carefully. The biggest mistake was not youth, but doubting the person at the helm before the ship even moved. If every step was blocked by suspicion, no project could survive. The aunt smiled. The man beside her froze. Only then did he realize she was not using him. She had been paying attention to his work. In the car, he asked what reward she wanted. She did not ask for diamonds or a title. She asked him to help her meet an art collector connected to the foundation project. At the collector's office, another rich man placed a bracelet in her hand and waited for her to embarrass herself. But she examined the color, craft, and age of the piece, then explained its value. The room went silent. The collector had expected a pretty fiancée. Instead, he met a woman who knew exactly what she was talking about. He paid her a consulting fee and hinted at future cooperation with the art fund. For the first time, she did not beg for an opportunity. She created one, but as she left, her face turned pale. A call came from the hospital. Her grandmother's condition was improving. She promised to pay the treatment fees tomorrow. She thought she had finally bought herself time, but she had no idea that the negative report she agreed to rewrite